Kuttah Spoken Truth, we back in again. Our praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Bahashem, Ruach HaKadosh. Double honors unto the preachers that's out here pushing the truth, and to you, the hopeful elect Shalom. Real quick, I want to come on here and talk about this video that popped up in my feed while I was on YouTube from JR Wisdom YouTube channel entitled, Black Men Get Tons of Dick Snow Bunnies and Are Treated Like Kings. Let me play a clip of this and we'll cook.
I saw this post on Facebook. It said, white women are good for the black men's soul. And baby, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied, baby. We are good for the soul, baby. We love you, black men. White women love you, black men.
Hey.
So I'm visiting my girlfriend in Germany right now. We're at this cafe, about to try
German cake.
German cake for the first time.
It's like it's a dried dough or a dry cake, and it has some like almonds in it, and it's like with yeast, made out of yeast and milk, probably an egg.
Looks good.
He's gonna try it. Let's see what he's.
Oh, this is good. Like immediately. Wow.
You like it?
Yeah, no, this is sweet.
It's nice and sweet, yeah. With some sugar on top, maybe. Or is it honey?
I don't know. I don't want to drop it in the tea.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. All right, you want to try it?
It's like moist, kind of. It's dry but moist. No, thank you. I already know how it tastes.
Black men in Germany are treated way differently than black women in Germany. Black men are appreciated in Germany. Black men are put in a cultural sense, in a societal sense, you are seen as interesting, whereas black women are seen as lesser. I was a member at Soho House, and I remember seeing a black man sitting there, and there was all these white women around him glorifying him, gawking at the fact that he was existing. And
like the brother was speaking about already, like our color. They want children of us. This is what they also say also into our face.
Break it down.
I mean, like, did you serve in the military here?
Yes.
Okay, so at first it was a shock. It's a shock. You're like, damn, you get a lot of respect, but on the other side, it's a lot of hate with it also. But they do want the chocolate babies. They want babies of color and curly hair. Like, you got good hair. You got that good hair,
As someone who's traveled before, I can tell you now that women in Germany are totally different than the women here. They really love black men. I'm not sure why, but they really do.
Berlin, we're on our way, baby.
Guys, that's definitely a good one.
Stop it right there right quick. What a lot of people fail to realize is that the world outside of the Western Hemisphere, you so-called black men and so-called black women don't understand is waking up to the reality of who the black man really is. The world's waking up to the reality about the kingship, about the royalty that's in the so-called black man seed. The world is waking up to the reality that we are the people of the book, and being the people of the book, they want a part of that heritage. And it's a shame that over in the Western Hemisphere, the black man get most of his disrespect, most of his, what should I say, put down and cast down from his own so-called sister, which is the so-called black woman. But outside of the Western Hemisphere, he's treated like a king. He's treated like a king. And so that's why you see increasing in social media platforms and elsewhere where the so-called black man is being pushed to become passport bros and being pushed to deal with women from other nations. And the edict had went out from among the Hebrews out on the streets, the preachers out on the streets, telling the so-called black man it's okay for them to start dealing with other women of nationalities, but on a concubine level, because, you know, the seed is carried by the men. The legacy is carried by the men. And since the so-called black woman don't want to get on board, according to what the scripture says and according to being a wife, now they are given the okay. And I understand it, and I get it. I get it. I get it. Don't misunderstand me. I do get it. But to be fair and to be honest, to deal with the truth, there are a few good so-called black women out here. There are. You know? And I thank the Most High for the one that I have, you know? If you don't got a woman that's not willing to wait on you hands and foot, like the old people say, then you know, as Sirach chapter 25, the last 2 verses say, you know, give her a bill of divorcement and send her on her way. Excuse me, send her on her way. But there are a few, but, you know, over here in the Western Hemisphere, in this Babylonian system, this Yahweh forsaken place, America, the so-called black woman is out of her mind, completely out of her mind. She don't really know how to serve a man. She don't really know how to be submissive. She don't really know when to shut up, huh? She can't accept the fact that he is royalty, he is king, and they are in it for a rude awakening. They are in it for a rude awakening. But elsewhere, and I like I said, I understand, because I've been out of the country. I've been out of this country in America. And the women do treat you way better. I mean, they serve you, and they are delightful in serving you. They take pleasure in serving you. So when these jakes is out here talking about become passport bros and get with other women from other nations and go out of the country, this and that, I understand it, because, like I said, I've been out of the country, and the women is totally different. Even the so-called black women in the other country, they treat you way better than your own women that you grew up with in this country. But, you know, prophesying that so-called black woman from the Western Hemisphere, particularly in this place called Babylon, spiritually called Sodom and Egypt over here in America, she's going to be taken out. She's going to be trodden down in the street. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that scripture, and we'll get out of here. Let's see. I think it's Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Let's see. There you go. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. And the so-called black woman is seeing that, you know, she has become the enemy to her own king. She is the biggest enemy right now. I'm talking about over here in the Western Hemisphere, over here in the Americas. She is starting to realize that she is the so-called black man's biggest enemy. Biggest enemy. And she waking up to this reality. That's why you see a lot of shows on TV, love this and love that. This is why you see a lot of women being left at the altar. This is why you see a lot of women complaining about men not stepping to them no more, not taking them serious, not paying for their dates. Why? Because she is starting to understand and wake up to the reality that she is the so-called black man enemy. Okay? Watch what the scripture goes on to say. And shame should cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy Elohim? And a lot of these so-called black women, man, they claim to be Christians. They claim to be spiritual. They claim to be on a level where they dealing with the Most High, or should I say in their words, God. But yet, the Most High don't show up for them. Yet they go further into the delusions. They go further into frustration. They go further into depression, and nothing work out for them. Nothing come out the way that they expect. Wonder why they don't get their prayer answered? Because they have become an enemy to the one the Most High has given them. When you study 1 Corinthians chapter 11, it'll give you the divine order, the hierarchy. The Most High Yahweh over Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach over the man, and the man is over the woman. In Genesis chapter 3, the Most High told Eve, listen, your desire going to be to your husband, but he should rule over you. Why? Because the husband is a protector, is a hiding place to the woman. Right? My eyes shall behold her. Man, we are seeing it. We are seeing the destruction of these sisters out here. We're seeing the destruction of their seed. Okay, when I talk about their seed, I'm talking about their daughters, because their daughters are following in the same footsteps of their mother. Ezekiel talked about the daughter just like the mother. And they are seeing it, man. We are beholding it. And we get to the point where we're like, man, we're not saving these women from their issues, their troubles. They treat us any kind of way. They treat us with the utmost disrespect. When we got these other women out here, you know. Watch this. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So, look, man, sisters, wake up, man. And you so-called black man, you know, I get it. I understand it. I get it. But like I said, I must reiterate, there's still a few sisters out here holding on. And particularly the sisters that are in the truth, that dealing with the 100% truth, following their man, willing to submit to their man, willing to serve their man, hand and foot, like the old people say, all right? Willing to close their ears to all the negativity that comes from women, other women out there that are going to try to downplay them, try to belittle them because they want to really be a wife, they really want to serve their husband. I pray that the Most High will bless these women, that the Most High will shine his face upon these few women that's out here doing so. Because in this society, like I said, especially in the Western Hemisphere, to be that type of lady is really hard. But it's rewarding in the end. All right? So there's still a few sisters out here, but all at the same time on the other side of the coin, I get it. I get why the so-called black man is starting to go out of the country, start going out of this race, because he tired of the headache. He tired of the disrespect. He tired of dealing with the one that should be his queen, yet is his enemy. And I read it again, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? My eyes shall behold her, and now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right. Peace.